Hey oh hey 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 no ha na hey oh hi no hey 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 no hi ha ha hey ha no ha ho hey 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 oh hey no hey lo. I love you love me, ha, ha. I love you love me, ha, ha. Forever. I know, hey, 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 oh, hey, no, hey, lo. It's just simple. I love you love me forever. And just putting that together.
I think we all understand that music has power to heal and the power to move us spiritually, and it's fun. And I think when we forget that it's fun, it stops doing the other things. I think and that's why it's important to me to talk early about music needing to be intellectual and visceral. Because if you forget the and visceral, then if you're not having fun, then the listener's not going to have fun. And then what's the point of the music? And I'm not saying that fun has to be happy and the viscera doesn't have to be giddy. That can be the quote for the interview. The viscera doesn't need to be giddy.
All right, I'm ready to go.
Oh, I play music primarily for enjoyment. I don't really have a whole lot of bad days. But it is a great thing to do when someone is unhappy. It is very relaxing. It's nice. I don't know. It's almost out of habit. When I'm really not that busy, I play guitar every day. You know, it's like brushing your teeth or something. So I built a house. We're in a house I built. Built some other stuff. A lot of projects all summer. Just about ready to move in. I'm looking forward to the winter and get back to playing guitar. It's a great thing to do. You come home and you sit back and twiddle, twiddle, twang, bling, you know, and it's great. It's relaxing. You can do it standing up. You can do it sitting down. You can have a drink close by. You can do it, you know, all the time. If you've ever seen a giant thing of mushroom tea that they make, that's where you like it has a growing mushroom on the top of it and it turns the water underneath it into the tea. It's I don't know, it's such a health thing. It was like a fad for a while. So my aunt was into it and she got one for my mom. And as it would grow, the layers, it would grow another layer over another layer. And it, for whatever reason, reminds me of this scenario in which a crowd of people are watching a show in the crowd. And they're all jammed together milling about. It's kind of chaotic. But as things get going and everybody gets dancing and swaying a little bit and really in the groove, the rows develop kind of in it. There gets to be layers building back around the band. And sometimes it'll fill up like the whole darn thing, and people will just be packed shoulder to shoulder in these things that are like undulating back and forth, and layers that build out, and then at the ends it's bubbling, people are flying off, like it's like it's a live thing. It reminds me of the growth pattern of these fungi in a fucking tea that my aunt got my mom because she was into all this great far out new agey health food nuttiness.
When I was a kid, even though I didn't know it, and I was practicing violin, and now as an adult, I do know that when I play and when I write, it's really a form of meditation, or you can think of it as prayer or some sort of spiritual discipline, where I'm tapping into something that I'm not conscious of, and that is the thing that I'm tapping into is wild. And so there's a certain amount of fear that, especially in composition, not so much in performance. In performance, you're tapping into something that somebody else has tapped into and given to you. So you're reinterpreting what they're doing, and you're kind of feeding it with the energy that's coming through you, that's filtered through your experience. But when you're composing, I think that really, in order to compose well, you need to tap into it as purely as possible, and it's kind of like grabbing onto a power line. And so it can be intimidating and exhausting. So I've gotten to the point where I take kind of a Edgar Varese approach to how I think of music as organized sound, which was his term for it. And his definition was something like masses moving and colliding in space. I don't quite think of it that physically, but I think of it in just general terms of what's going on with pitch, rhythm, and timbre. How's the structure organized with pitch, rhythm, and timbre? And so you have to build up a relationship to it, and you have to become comfortable and not lose yourself in it. When my family leaves for something, and all I'm doing is eating and writing, I go a little loopy. You know, it's a little bit maddening to be in it all the time.
We're an oral tradition, and because a lot of our songs are just kept in our mind. For tens of thousands of years, we still have our songs. That's a feat in itself that we ought to be proud of. It's a spiritual journey for me. Music is a depth to everybody's soul, I believe, your heart. And it's deep. I mean, you know, everybody has music, whatever you listen to. And for me, music is healing. It's like I say, it's a journey. And for us, songs, for me, native music is that bridge to heaven. When we sing, we're actually singing that bridge it bridges us to heaven. So
What's it like there?
when I sing, I can go into, good songs and whatnot. When I sing, I don't care who's around, what's going on in this world we're living right now. I just sing, and I can there's nothing there but just me and the song. So it's, it's intense at times when you bring yourself to that place. And I personalize a lot of my songs for my family because that's, it's just the way of giving, and that'll go on forever. When I'm at that and gone out of here, those songs will stay, and they can always say, Dad made this song. I like to sing in that home, and I see good singers singing. I see dancers out there dancing while you're singing, and they're just lost in the music too. And we're at that one time we're together.